know I have many, many negative self-image traits, and I've talked about them openly on this channel as best as I can without completely being an idiot about it and embarrassing myself, right? But we have negative.
Good morning, Chicago. Test 1, 2, 3. Okay, I think we're live. It is Saturday, 9 a.m. Welcome to Land Cruiser Midwest. We are here, and we got Charlie here. I don't think you can see him. He's over here on my side taking a little nap. We were doing some releasing of some videos this morning and uploading some other ones for you guys, and we're checking some of the news. Seems like Chicago didn't have much murder and violence last night, so when you check the media, there's really not much going on last night. So their media is all filled with COVID stuff, and now the politicians are starting to talk about budgets and revenue and all the stuff that they probably should have been talking about before. But now that things have calmed down a little bit, we're starting to hear about some of that stuff. They're starting to get their ducks in a row before they get run over by a train. You can hear that train coming down the tracks pretty quickly at this point, but that's what's going on here in Chicago. Minneapolis, they're trying to wonder why their crime rate went up. Defund police, chastise police, increase in crime. There's no relationship to that, guys. Purely coincidental. Purely coincidental. I guess I would ask them, what the hell do you guys expect? Do you expect crime to go down when you take away money from the police? No, that's not what I would think. So, yeah, the crazies in Minneapolis are starting to understand reality, I guess. I don't know what the hell they've been smoking up there, or even if it's illegal to do that up there. But obviously, they finally came back to reality. Back to reality. There's some song that goes like that. I'm not sure who sings it or who does it, but yeah, they're back to reality. We'll see how long they can last and don't burn down again. Chicago's smart. They're working on a contract for their firemen. Yeah, because they realize that if they just keep things going the way they are, the whole damn city's going to burn down. So you're going to need some firemen. So we need to make sure we got a contract for those firemen because we may need them in the short term. So yeah, that was the news yesterday in Chicago. Our tyrant mayor came to some agreement with the union of the firemen, and sounds like status quo to me. They're not reducing the number of people on fire engines or anything like that. They still keeping them 5 to an engine, and so they're just kind of kicking the can down the road. Is probably what I took away from their big press conference that they had, and they signed some agreements like Donald Trump in Bahrain and UAE. I mean, they had the official leather binders and everything, and it was a big affair. She's trying to be like Donald, I guess. So kudos to her. She's trying to emulate somebody that's actually knows what the hell they're doing. So yeah, that was Chicago. Our governor, he's still giving out some more disinformation. You know, he's trying to. I find it interesting. He's telling his agency heads they need to identify 5% reductions in budgets for this year should the federal government not come through with the money that he's expecting, and he won't tell the reporters what that amount is. But at the same time, it's like, you know, if you're in business, and he should know this, if you're in business, it's not one or the other that's going to give you good results. It's if you do both things, right? I mean, can you imagine what benefit our state would get if we reduced our budgets and at the same time tried to get some federal money? It's not newsflash, JB. Newsflash, JB. And this is probably why you see the yard signs in our great state that say JB oops. Yeah, I won't say what oops is, but it rhymes with ducks. And they're all over our fair state. I was just driving further south and I saw all over the place there was signs that say JB does. Yeah, he does. So yeah, so that's what he's doing. He's thinking if, okay, plan A is to get money from the federal government. Good luck. Donald Trump's not that stupid. And plan B is to, you know, reduce, to make it sound like I'm actually trying to do something. He's going to try to identify 5% budget cuts. Newsflash to you guys. I worked in corporate America for many years and went through many years of budget reductions. And they never did budget reductions of 5%. They always started at 10. And those organizations were run a little more tighter than our state government, I'm thinking. So JB's trying to identify 5%. That's child's play, pure child's play. Um, and to some extent, I look at it as window dressing. He's window dressing for the populace that, oh, JB's trying to do a good job. He's reducing his budget by 5%. That's like finding 25 cents in your couch. I mean, he's basically telling his agency heads to go and check the cushions in their couch and see if they can find any spare change. Easily done, guys. So no big deal. No big deal. It's not going to help our state. Our state is so messed up financially. Um, I don't know what's gonna need to be done here, but there's some severe belt tightening that needs to be done. Some severe transformation that needs to be done that never gets done for whatever reason. Um, so there you have it. That's good news for Saturday the 19th here in Chi-Town. Looks like the sun's coming out today. It's supposed to be like a 70, 68 degree day from what I'm hearing. Fall is here. We made a trip a couple days ago down south and caught some harvest work in the fields going on. It's starting right now. I was probably about an hour and a half south of the Chicago area, and yeah, the corn's getting close to being ready for harvest. There were some beans that were definitely ready, and we got some video for you guys of some bean harvesting going on. They're just starting. Not a lot of farmers in the fields, but a lot of them are getting ready. They're got their tractors out with their wagons attached, and they're greasing them up and getting them ready for probably next week. They're going to see a lot of farmers in the fields in the next couple of weeks, probably the next month. First, they'll be working on the beans and then transition into the corn. So I think maybe next week those videos come out. So be sure to check for those. Give you an insight or a little visibility into what happens when they're harvesting. But right now, I mean, around here, the bean fields and cornfields just kind of have that golden glow to them. It's part of the fall colors. There's as you drive around, the beans, the ones aren't totally dry yet. They have like this brownish yellow tinge, and it's very festive and autumnal feeling as you're driving through the farmland of the northern Illinois fields once you get out of suburbia. So it's a good thing to do. I mean, if you're looking for something to do on a weekend like today or this week, head out. There's a bunch of places you can buy pumpkins in the country. Some of the farmers are selling pumpkins. Not a lot, but I found a couple. Or go pick some apples, and as a result, you'll be driving through the farmland like I was, and seeing all the colors that maybe normally you wouldn't see. So it's a good time of year to get out in the countryside and do some exploring, and plenty of little towns to explore, plenty of things to see. A lot of these little towns have some pretty good pubs serving some good grub, and you could probably sit outside if the weather's not too bad and enjoy the sun, of the afternoon sun. It goes down quickly now, but it is nice to get out and do some exploring in northern Illinois and southern Wisconsin. Although, caution on Wisconsin. The news that I did see today says the virus is going wild in our northern neighbor, Wisconsin. So be careful if you head north. It's running rampant, according to the media. I guess they're just trying to keep everybody in the state of Illinois so they don't all go up to Wisconsin and buy their new Glarus beer. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's what they want. They want to make sure that we're not out there buying New Glarus beer and buying some Illinois stuff. But yeah, there's some good Illinois beer out there. I'll give a shout out to. I haven't had any of their fall stuff yet, but we were there a couple of weeks ago at Crystal Lake Brewery in Crystal Lake, Illinois. They're producing some awesome brew. I had some that they're out of. They don't make it anymore. They're done for the year. Was their Kolsch, Kolsch, SACH, kind of a German type of beer, like a lager. It was awesome. I enjoyed it. They had another one too, kind of like a baseball themed beer, and they're out of that too. They've already sold that. But I was told that the Oktoberfest brew was coming out. I'm looking forward to tasting that. And they have their mainstay. I think it's called Beach Blonde brew, which is another lager, and it's not bad. It's good stuff. So maybe today or tomorrow we're gonna be venturing over there and give a try to their Oktoberfest and see if it's any good. But I'm looking forward to that certainly, because I wanted me and the wife to head up to New Glarus, and I've seen some awesome videos of their operation up there, and it looks like a beautiful place, situated on a hill with rolling countryside all around it, and beautiful buildings and beautiful grounds, and they came out really quick this spring and said they were not going to be open and serving beer at their production facility in New Glarus. So that'll have to wait till next year, I guess. But just wanted to bring that up there. They make some good stuff too. You can't get it in Illinois. You got to go to Wisconsin. But depending on where you're at, Wisconsin is not that far of a trip. For us, it's about a half hour north, and we can just over the border. We can get a cheaper tank of gas and pick up some New Glarus stuff, and head home within a couple hours, and makes for a nice trip during the fall. Plenty of things to see in the countryside, guys. Believe me. Get out of the city, rent a car, or if you got a car, just head north and northwest and do some exploring. There's plenty of places to see. There's corn mazes out there. I'm sure there's north of the city, south of the city, west of the city. No matter which direction you go, you're gonna see things in the country. I know there's actually some. Depending on where you're at, there's some apple orchards and vineyards out there, even in Illinois. I know there's some. Used to be some wineries in the Waterman area, and I believe there's some in Sheridan, Illinois, further south, and even like Oswego. I think I know they had some vineyards with some tasting rooms out there. So do your homework and check out a couple of places and make a day out of it. So the Cubs, I think the Cubbies did win yesterday. We kind of I think they did. I think it was a close game. But they're hitting 1-0. It wasn't very exciting. It's actually kind of boring, but they did pull out a win. I can't even imagine. I think there was some drama. I think ninth inning, they brought a guy in to pitch, and he put a couple people on base, and but he was able to extinguish the fire, and and they did win 1-0. So I think their magic number is 6. So they need to win 6 games or a combination of wins and losses with the COVID Cardinals, I believe. Need to equal 6 for them to win their division and make it into the playoffs, which are coming up in probably a week now. Cubs, I think they finish up with the Twins this weekend, head to Philly, and then finish their season with the Chicago White Sox, which, hey, we're all hoping will be a preview of the World Series this year. Let's get a Subway World Series going here in Chicago. We deserve it. We will burn down the city again for sure if that happens. Look for that to happen if that ever happens here in the city of Chicago. Anything is possible. Anything is possible. So let me check my voice levels here. All right. Yeah, my voice is a little raspy today. It must be all that particulate stuff coming from California. It looks kind of nice out there today. I don't know. A couple days ago they said we were right in the jet stream was just pushing that nasty weather our way. It wasn't hitting the ground, but you could see it in the upper stratosphere. We were getting a little bit of haziness coming over our position, and but today it looks pretty clear out there. Yeah, California is burning orange. Time to vote for Trump, guys. Time to vote for Trump and save yourself. That's all I gotta say for the California people. And there's starting to be less and less of them every year. So much like our fair state here, where people are heading south to other states, California is experiencing the same thing, and it seems to be growing on a monthly basis. Just like some of our other fair democratic states. I hear there's a mass exodus of California, Illinois, and the granddaddy of them all, New York City. I guess there's a lot of people leaving New York to New Jersey and upstate New York potentially, but the city and the boroughs, there seems to be an emptying of the people that can move at this point. The real estate in Manhattan is readily available if you're looking for any. So that's what they have out there is lots of empty spaces available for your purchasing power. So yeah, that's what's going on in New York City. Got a nephew that lives there. He seems to enjoy it and love it. But as you look out on YouTube, there's this oodles and oodles of videos where people say they're heading somewhere else, pulling up their stakes. They're tired of whatever's going on in New York, and they're moving on. I did hear they're getting ready to open their restaurants at the end of the month for indoor dining in New York City, but there's going to be a 10% surcharge. So, everything's more expensive in New York City. So that's just another example of where their places are taxing the hell out of us. Too much taxation means people start moving, or you just start changing their behavior. So Yeah, there's two ways to tax people. One is through direct taxation, and the other is massive inflation, which we may be seeing a little bit of both in the coming months. So be aware and be prepared, and stock up on food goods while you can is my advice to you. So the other thing hitting the news is RJB, Ruth Bader Ginsburg, the little Energizer bunny. I didn't think she would ever hit the dirt. Has called it quits. Yeah, she I bless her soul, bless her soul. Lady did many things for our country, and she was a patriot, and she took all that the world could throw at her, and kept bouncing back after every encounter she had with the big C, and finally it caught up with her, and now yeah, our politicians got something else to argue about and push around for the next couple of months. So we'll see how that plays out. Obviously, the Democrats want to wait till after election. Republicans want to get it done, a replacement determined as soon as possible. And precedent says they should be able to pick somebody. But when you got two sides so far removed from each other that they can't even see in front of their face, things like that are going to happen. So get ready for some more drama in our political landscape of Washington. And on top of it, they're getting ready to go home for the election. Politicians, they have more vacation than anybody I know. It just seems like they just had their summer vacation for 3 or 4 weeks. Now they're getting ready for their fall vacation. Every quarter they seem like they have a vacation. I'm not sure that the people, the workers of the world in the United States get that much vacation, but they do. So I guess my expectations are don't expect anything, because I don't see much getting done between now and the end of the year. They're kind of in glide pattern at this point. Nobody wants to do anything. Nobody wants to give anybody any more money, because it may actually make them happy and vote for Trump. And also, that's probably not the best solution at this point. We've already pumped up our debt and deficit so much, it's making the mountain bigger. Like they say, at some point the medicine just kind of doesn't help anymore, and is not the right approach. So I have a tendency to agree. We need to buckle our belts up, pull our bootstraps up, and move on in the world, and maybe have a little bit of that new Glarus beer and Super Dogs and Freddy's Steak Burgers, and move on. Try to get our economy back to where it needs to go. And yeah, and on my recent trip, I mean, I'm surprised. I was surprised, maybe not surprised, but first time in a long time I've seen a hitchhiker, which in the olden days you saw it quite a bit. 60s or 70s and the 80s, you saw hitchhikers, especially during the summer. But Thursday, as I headed south on Route 47, our state's straightest highway, boy, that road just goes north and south. That's it. But anyway, I saw a hitchhiker, and the funny part, though, on the way home, I saw him, and he was probably only 3 miles from where I saw him during the beginning of the day. And it was like a 7-hour return trip for me round clock. So in 7 hours, he had only gone like 3 miles. I guess he had nowhere quickly to go, so yeah, he was still sitting at a traffic light and had his bags there. I don't even know if he had a sign on him. I think he might have had a little piece of cardboard, but he was heading south, and he had some big cowboy hat on with some uh, Christmas tinsel on it or something, and he just looked like a hippie. He looked like a Fruit Loop, and didn't seem like anybody was gonna pick him up anytime soon. But yeah, so could be a sign of the times, maybe not. We'll know, I guess, here as we move into the fall, and I guess evictions and repossessions in the state of Illinois are still kind of on hold until the end of the year. So that may help a little bit, but we'll see here. We'll see. I was surprised too as I traveled down Route 47. I didn't see a lot of, strip malls and stuff with empty stores or closed signs or anything like that. The economy seems to be back and running, maybe not at full steam or half steam, maybe at half steam, but I didn't see any um, boarded up stores or, closed stores in mass or anything that I kind of was looking for. So it looks like, maybe one or two here and there closed and out of business, but at a high level, it looks like the economy around here, at least in the suburbs, is moving. It's back up and running. It's not moving at a like it was before, but it's moving. So that's a good thing. We just need to ramp it up a little bit and hope that we can get it back to where it was. So I'm past my 30 minutes for today. I'm gonna end this for now and let you guys go on to your Saturday and weekend here. It's the 19th of September. We are Land Cruiser Midwest. Check out our channel. Just put Land Cruiser Midwest in the YouTube search bar, and you should be able to find us. We got some good vids out there. We do some daily live streams. We do a little bit of everything to make you guys happy. So go ahead and look at those videos out there. We've got some new ones that just went live today, probably in the last 15 minutes. So give those a look-see. And we've got some older ones out there too that may be of interest to you. And we also have a sister channel called The Life of Charlie the Cat. And he's got some good videos out there. And there's some new ones on his channel too. So look at both of those channels and enjoy. And we will talk to you later. Have a good day. Stay healthy. Walk close to God. And that's all you can ask for. So over and out here. It's Wonder Chrissy here. And we are done with our stream for today, and we wish you guys the best. Over and out.